Good morning, everyone. It is Monday, February 16th, 2026, and today I'm going to be bringing you your daily forecast. I'm going to start doing this where I do two videos in one day. The first video will be in the morning, and it will be to bring you your precipitation and temperature forecast for all of the US. I'm going to try this out for a little while. This channel is less than 2 months old at this point, so I'm just going to try some things with that. So this video will just be about today's weather. It should be shorter and be able to get to the point quicker. And then I'll make a video this evening that we'll go over the pattern, we'll go over future storm systems, all that good stuff then. So, like this video if you like it, subscribe if you've not done so already, and please leave a comment down below where you're watching from. It would be greatly appreciated. So we start off here. Like I said, I was going to show you this yesterday. This is the total precipitation we received in the southeast from this weekend storm system. So this will definitely put a good dent in some of these drought conditions. This is kind of a more broad look. So I think our models did pretty well, showing that there could be a gap in northern areas, Mississippi and Alabama. But yeah, we got an inch, inch and a half in this pink color, even streaks here of more. This area down here north of Tampa was just training rain showers where it turns yellow is 4 inches. 4 to 5 inches fell just offshore there. So cool to see that, but we can officially move on from this system. It is now done impacting us, so we can move on from it. Here is the latest loop. I'm going to let it start loading here. So not a whole lot going on right now. This right here is the remnants of it. This low pressure, it did produce some snow. I don't know how much. I never saw any official reports, but if you do live up in this area, please let me know what you ended up getting. We do have some energy kind of rolling through the northern areas of the country, but not really anything too impactful. And then out west, we do see a lot of rain coming ashore and higher elevation snow, as you would kind of expect. The southern tier of the U.S. is generally quiet. So we move from there. This I'm going to reload this one more time, but yeah, this is not working. I don't know why. So I pulled it up here. Let's get over here. Yeah, I pulled that was supposed to be watches, warnings, and advisories. Something's wrong with the website right now, but we can look at it here, and you can see that out west we have really seen an uptick in the number of winter-related just watches, warnings, and advisories in general. All sorts of things. There's avalanche watches, winter storm warnings in this pink color, winter weather advisories in this purple. You see a lot of that, and then there's wind-related wind advisories. Um, all of that good stuff out here for just a lot of energy rolling through. And then this stuff in the central US here. This pink is red flag warnings. So for fire weather danger, we have high wind watches in this kind of darker shade of tan you see. And the fire weather watches kind of surround this whole thing. So there's special weather statements kind of scattered throughout for various different reasons. So patchy fog for this one. This one is elevated fire danger. So very dry across northern areas of the U.S. that did not see the storm system. And you can see this kind of uh, thing here, this kind of extension of warnings are just dense fog advisories. So if you're driving in this area, these should lift pretty soon, but pay attention to those. Well, also, while we're here, I'll go ahead and show you the Storm Prediction Center Outlook. I'm going to get rid of these so we can see a little bit better. So this is today's, sorry. This is today's outlook. We do have a marginal risk, level 1 out of 5, for areas of the Southern California coastline from San Diego kind of up through, I don't know these areas too well, but Cambria areas, California, just along the coastal areas here. For storms that will move ashore, we're going to go over that, all that in a minute here. Day 2 outlook for tomorrow looks like this, just a risk of general thunderstorms. And then after that, everything kind of shifts a little bit east. So we have a few areas here to watch for rumbles of thunder. Otherwise, nothing at all. So we move from there. We're going to start in the southeast. I'm always going to start with the southeast. I'm going to have a southeast bias because I live here and a lot of my viewers are in this area, but I will cover everywhere. So we're starting this off this morning with the HRRR model. And you can see we work our way through the day. Very, very quiet day. Maybe some shower and storm activity in areas of Florida, but it will likely be too stable in the atmosphere after all of this rain has rolled through. And well, we've actually gone far enough. I mean, this is through the day, so this is midnight. So very quiet in the southeast when it comes to precipitation. So I know it's on the later side. These videos will not always be this late, but if you are going out now in the southeast, you really do not have to worry about rain too much. And when it comes to temperatures, this is what we could be looking at. I'm going to reload these. So we have general 60s across much of areas of the deep south here. Just after all this rain, this will kind of help to dry stuff out. Of course, we really don't need that, but that's what we're going to get. Areas of Florida could reach the mid 80s down in the far southern areas, kind of as you would expect. And then, yeah, just broad 60s, maybe 70s in the southern areas of these states. We can move up. Well, first off, here's the precipitation. Obviously none, but some of this activity could reach inland areas of Florida. We move up the coast just a bit before we move into the northeast and for say the Carolinas and the mid-Atlantic. You do start to drop off where your high temperatures are only in the 40s as you get into areas like Pennsylvania. So let's focus on this area next. This is the remnants of that storm system. It rolls offshore. We do get some energy that rolls through east of the Finger Lakes later. This is getting towards midnight. So I just passed the entire day and without anything happening. So before before tomorrow morning, we could have some snow in areas in the Northeast. Just think about it that way. Some snow showers, typical stuff. Temperatures look like this for your high temperatures. Areas of Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, and upstate New York will not get out of the 30s, possibly. So maybe even not above freezing. But you can see just well cooler up in this area. So we're going to move on here. This is the north central U.S. Here we go. Starting this off, we have some energy kind of rolling through, getting into this afternoon. Areas of lower Michigan. And is there anything else? No, there really isn't. This is getting out into tomorrow morning. So one thing I can tell based on all of these black lines being so close together is we have surface low development. This is likely leading to windy conditions. Let's see if we have that product. We do. Yeah, so we do have very broad windy conditions in the north central U.S. So definitely something to pay attention to. They do have watches and warnings up in that area for a reason. Temperatures in the kind of Ohio Valley region here look like this: 50s in areas of the far eastern Ohio Valley, but as you move your way west and north, you do start to get into the 60s, may hit 70s in some of these areas. And you can see just on the north central U.S. specifically, you can see how we've got 70s in areas of Nebraska, even maybe 70s in areas of South Dakota. So it's quite warm in these areas, but areas of northern North Dakota and northern Minnesota here may not get above freezing. So yeah, this is what temperatures look like there. And then focusing on the south central U.S. here, we can see that as we work our way through the day, very, very quiet. Not a big day ahead for areas east of the Rockies. And we work our way towards tomorrow morning. We do start to see an influx of some energy rolling in through the Four Corners into areas of Colorado, New Mexico, but nothing too crazy. And that would be something we'd cover in tomorrow's video. Temperature wise, in the deep south, the south central U.S. here, we may even hit 90. So I think it's possible we hit 90 degrees down here in say Brownsville, Texas, the far southern areas. But generally, the overarching theme is 70 degrees, maybe 80s. Mid 70s is common. And you can see how most of this is quite warm. Areas of the deep south moving up just a bit. See, it looks like this. So you can see it starts to drop off, but really areas of the central U.S. just quite warm. Very nice day ahead. So moving out to the northwest U.S. here, it's always difficult to forecast for these areas because everything is microclimate driven. So I'm not going to put as much focus on these areas. And when it comes to states in these areas, I'm really not good at remembering all of these. So we're going to see what happens. I may just not include these as much. But we work our way through today, and we can see quite a bit of energy rolling on shore areas of Washington and Oregon here. Uh, Obviously, a higher elevation snow, but it could be cold enough for valley snow as well. Just kind of spinning around, a lot of moisture in general. I mean, it's very hard to specifically point out areas, but we do at this frame right here. It's getting into tomorrow morning. We do have a surface low developing in areas of Montana, starting to move east. We have an area of heavy snow associated with it, and all of this stuff back here is upper level low driven. So kind of different areas of energy here. Temperature wise, starting off a little bit further to the east first before moving west, and you can see how wide these temperatures vary because these areas in blue are the valleys. So areas of like Wyoming, Montana, Idaho here. I mean the lower elevations, or sorry, the higher elevations could see these cooler temperatures that you don't get above freezing, and then obviously the valleys. I think I actually said a second ago that these blues were the valleys. The blues are the ridge tops. They're cooler on the ridge tops and then warmer in the valleys. So it's very hard to forecast, but moving a little bit further to the west, this is the actual northwest corner, and you can see generally mid 40s to 50s across the majority of this area, except the higher elevations, of course. And then moving down to the southwest, you can see how all of these things, all these storms, these yellow blobs moving ashore, have the potential to be severe, could pack a punch. It's possible you see a tornado, and they could produce some gusty winds. You can see that higher elevation snow. So something to watch there as we move through the day and then into tomorrow morning. So yeah, this is just quite a bit of just energy in this area. Areas of California. Um, Again, my states are not good, but Arizona and yeah, just a lot of higher elevation snow. There will be valley snow from this pattern, but this is likely mostly higher elevation snow right now. And temperature wise, in the desert southwest here, you can see the Grand Canyon um, right here. But let's reload this to make sure. Yeah, so I mean, you can see areas east of the Rockies are well warm, and then areas along and west of the Rockies vary widely because of the elevation changes. But that's why it's so important that you know where you are on a map. Because if I show you a map like this and you don't know where you are on it, but you know you live in this area, that's not very helpful to you. And it's very difficult for me to name all of the places here. So know where you are on a map. It's very helpful. And then moving to areas of California, Nevada here. And yeah, you can see the higher elevations here will not get above freezing. And you can see that the valley areas could reach into the mid 50s, maybe 60 degrees. So something to watch there. And that should be all I've got for you. So yeah, we're going back here. So that's all I have for you. Shorter video for now. I'm going to start doing this where we just kind of go over everything for most of the U.S., just your general weather, and see how I like it. See if I can get these two videos out every day, all the time, and we'll see what happens. So thank you guys for watching. As always, tune in this evening. I will have a video out for you guys, kind of discussing the pattern, going over. We got what looks like an active pattern that will be starting over the next couple of days and then going through the month. So we have a lot of storm systems that we'll have to cover. So tune into that. Thank you guys for watching as always. I will see you in the next one.